welcome to the Silicon Beach Australia's December pitch night, the last one for 2021. I can't believe it. I feel like this year has flown past, but I also feel like this year has been the year that never ended. So anyway, not sure how everyone else is feeling, but yeah, full on. Well, it's so lovely to have you all here. Welcome, welcome. We will start getting on with some announcements and before we get into the pitching night. So welcome everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Karen Finch and I am your MC tonight. So a little bit about me. I'm the CEO and founder of Legally Yours, which is Australia's leading legal marketplace that connects individuals and startups and small to medium-sized enterprises with fixed fee lawyers across Australia. So think legal services without the bill shock. I've also just launched a very brand new telehealth for legal video connection platform. So it's a legal tech platform that helps with video connections between clients and lawyers, and that can happen 24/7 over a safe, as I said, telehealth video connection platform. So super excited about that. That's called ProHelp Legal Australia. I'm also the WALTA, the Women of Australian Legal Tech Association leader and a board member of the Australian Legal Tech Association. But tonight I'm your MC and I'm very, very excited to be here. So in the spirit of reconciliation and on behalf of all of us here at Silicon Beach, I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I'm standing on here today, which is the Bunurong Bunurong and the Wurundjeri Wurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation. And I pay respect to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who may be joining us here today. So let's get to what the primary mission of Silicon Beach Australia is. So it is to empower founders. As such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated and empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. And tonight is all about providing a platform for founders and startup owners to feel really supported, comfortable, open and connected. So keep that in mind when you're putting your feedback and you're connecting with people in the chat. That's what it's all about tonight. So a little bit of housekeeping. Obviously we are recording and we're streaming live on Facebook as well. Please, if you can, mute your video if you're not speaking or, we don't want to have any of those extra noises. We really encourage you to get in the chat and chat amongst yourselves. So introduce yourself, let us know where you're tuning in from. And also connect and ask questions of the pitches, because what we do, even though you won't be able to ask them direct, we do after every pitch make sure that they go and check the chat and they can respond to different inquiries. So make sure you get all those questions, and we really love reading the chat. So make that as interactive as possible. And finally, I'm going to take a quick little picture. So if everybody would like to turn on their camera, that's happy to turn on their camera, I'm going to take a little bit of a photo. So I'll give everyone a couple of seconds to turn on their camera, and you can do a funny face or you can do a nice smiley face, whatever you feel like. All right, 3, 2, 1, everyone, smile. Thanks everyone. I always look quite maniacal in those photos, but anyway, we'll see how we go. All right, so before I introduce the judges and details about the prizes that are up for grabs, I'm going to hand over to our leader, David Hauser, to provide some information, introduce one of our new sponsors for tonight. David, over to you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Thanks and welcome everyone to be back here at our final pitch night of 2021. Yeah, it was an exciting year for all of us, and here at Silicon Beach we had some big changes and big things happening for us over the last 12 months. Just to mention some of them, we incorporated a new company, Silicon Beach Australia Limited. We launched our brand new website, siliconbeach.org.au. And we onboarded our first affiliate partners for the website to create Australia's most comprehensive one-stop shop for all startup and business needs. And all of that, or nothing of that, would have been possible without the dedicated work of our volunteers like Karen herself and our sponsors. CFO Worx, Shelin is on the judging board tonight. David Heasley from Heasley Lawyers, Legally Yours, Karen's company, the Carrot Cake Studio, all the way from Singapore, who designed the website for us. But tonight we have a special new announcement. We have a new sponsor, event sponsor for this pitch night, and it is Chuni from Propel Innovations, all the way down from Darwin in Northern Territory. So please welcome her with a warm applause, and over to you, Chuni.
David, thank you very much, Karen. It's really exciting to be back here. So last month I pitched as well. So I'm going to wish you all really good luck, have fun, and don't forget your ask. I've got a short presentation. So David is putting it there. So my name is Junie, and I'm the founder of Propel Innovations, where I provide user experience design. So do you know why most startups fail? Well, it's actually because there's no market need for it. It's really important when you're going to build a product that you engage with your users from the beginning. So as you can see here, user experience and user interface are hand in hand. It's all about understanding what your users think, how they see things. And then when you build a prototype, it's working with them to get feedback in order for you to do something that's interactive and at the same time attractive. Next up. So 3 reasons why UX is so important when you're going to build a product. Well, you invest in UX to be able to save money. So there's a return on investment that for every dollar you spend, you actually get a return between $10 and $100. Not only that, is when you start engaging your customers from the beginning, you're driving customer loyalty. And with that, by creating something that's easy for them to use, you're actually bringing them on a journey, and it's increasing your conversion as a startup. So what do users actually do? And that's the most important that's the most important questions you need to ask yourself, and not what they say they do. So how we do this here with Propel Innovations is we start you off with the user-centered design canvas, where it's an easy process, where we look at what is the problem that you're wanting to solve, what are your users' motivations, what are their fears, and how can you actually solve them. And we go through the process of uncovering their experience. So we start off by building that empathy, doing some interviewing, observation, designing that solution, and then prototyping that solution with them until before you launch your product, until you launch something that's an MVP, and it's where your users are ready to put their money where their mouth is. So again, just to summarize it all, it's all about creating something that solves your users' needs, and it's about making sure that you gain and trust their that you gain their trust from the beginning. So right now I'm right now I'm actually doing a workshop. So you're more than welcome to obviously sign up for this workshop, where we get you to focus on your solution based on your users' needs, and we do this to make sure that you create the right product from the start. So you can actually use your phones right now, if you're not on the phone, to scan the QR code to access the mini guide. And you've got here my social media and email details. So say hello at propelinnovations.co. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Junie. And for everyone, we will share Junie's links, website, and social media links in the chat as well. So if you did not have a chance yet to sign up, you will have plenty of time later on throughout the event. Thank you, Junie.
Thanks, Junie. Thanks, David. Did you have anything to add before we move on? No.
I'm good.
Fantastic. All right, now it's my great pleasure to introduce our judges for tonight. So first up, we have Shelin David, who's been a regular on our judging panel this year. So we're very lucky. Shelin is the founder of CFO Worx, a one-stop shop providing modern accounting and financial advisory solutions for startups and SME businesses. CFO Worx offers holistic accounting and financial solutions with a focus on effective reporting, strategy, growth, and operations. In Shelin's work with startups to validate, launch, and scale, Shelin is not just solid in the accounting or finance track, but on both sides of the desk. It's so great to have you back again, Shelin. Please unmute, say hello, and share with us the details of your incredible prize that you're offering for us for one lucky pitcher tonight.
Thanks, Karen. And thanks for having me back again. It's always good to be back and hear from all the great startups and ideas as well. So at CFO Worx, we're offering a lean canvas workshop, lean canvas model workshop, where I will specifically sort of go through the different parts of your business and I guess really sort of drill into what you're at, what you're doing, and where you want to get to and how do we get there. And yeah, that's it. And depending on I guess how we go, we may even offer 2 prizes. So we'll see how we go. But great to join you guys again. So
Thanks, Shelin. I was going to say that I think every time you've been on, you've offered more than one, but it's a bonus surprise, which I love. Thanks so much, Shelin. And second up, we have Marcus Vallis from the Uncommon Collective. For over 20 years, Marcus has been directly involved in leading companies as an entrepreneur, industry consultant, and executive educator. He has travelled and worked in India, China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Denmark, Lithuania, and Australia, of course, where he's now based. Marcus is currently an executive consultant with Offer Australia, assisting technology companies to establish new business initiatives in the business in APJ. Marcus created the Quest Innovation Award, which opens up opportunities in emerging markets for OECD investors, which are high technology and manufacturing sectors. Marcus specialises in developing new business opportunities for companies seeking to significantly drive business revenue by startup entry. Marcus enjoys mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs with the Uncommon Collective too. So Marcus, welcome. It's so great to have you here. Say hello and tell us about the incredible prize that you have on offer tonight.
Thank you, Karen. And I don't know if any one of you get nervous when you're pitching, but whenever you're doing something new, it's that nervous feeling. I'm getting that feeling now on behalf of all of you. So well done. If you're stepping out where we are on, you've got people on your side who've experienced exactly what you're experiencing. So Karen, that's got a great introduction. Thank you so much. What we want to offer at Uncommon Collective is we're an uncommon group of people who are thinking about how we can encourage migrant entrepreneurs, actually, people who are new to the country and who have this incredible vision and desire to make a difference in their world. And so we're offering 2 one-hour mentoring coaching sessions, which will target your biggest challenge, whatever that is. Bring your biggest challenge along, and we hope that we can help you just move the needle even one small part. And I'm looking forward to it. It's my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous as well. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Marcus. No need to be nervous, and what a fantastic prize. And I love Uncommon Collective as well. It's such a great organisation with such a worthy cause. So fantastic. It's great to have you here. And last but not least, we have John Bauer, who's representing the Melbourne Angels tonight. So John is a coach, advisor and investor, driving clarity and focus for leaders and startups contemplating significant change. John regularly MCs Melbourne Angels pitch night, so he's a season. I'm feeling nervous because I think you could be giving me a pointer or two, John. And he's passionate about helping founders get investment ready, starting with razor-sharp focus on the problems they are solving for their target customers. John, it is incredible to have you here. Please say hello and share with us what the Melbourne Angels are actually have for offer on a prize tonight.
Sure, and it's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of Melbourne Angels, we are probably one of the largest investor groups in the country. We have pitch nights every month, bar one, and it's a pleasure to invest in up to 10 to 12 different businesses every year, first round and follow-on rounds. So on behalf of Melbourne Angels, myself and a colleague, would like to offer a coaching session to help one lucky founder to get investor ready, because I think getting ready for investment is a real challenge, and being razor sharp, as Karen said, on the problem you're trying to solve is a great place to start. So I look forward to doing that.
Oh, incredible. And such a great prize. We all need to be investor ready. I mean, I think, funding and seeking investment, it's no easy task, and you're right, there's a process to it. So what a fantastic prize up on for offer. Okay, so now on to the absolute stars of our show tonight, which is obviously the pitches. So how this works, for those of you who haven't tuned into one of our virtual pitch nights before, each pitcher has 90 seconds to pitch. You will then hear a bell around about that 90-second mark. I don't know if we're going to hear the bell so everyone can hear what it sounds like. And that basically is your cue. Please wind up your pitch as soon as possible when you hear that bell. We won't be as cruel as to cut you off, but make sure that you start to wind it up. You will get a chance, pitchers, there you go. You will get the chance to add anything else in the feedback time after your pitch with the judges' feedback. They may ask you some questions, so don't fret if you don't get it all in. After each pitch, our judges will have about 5 minutes or so to ask any questions or provide any feedback, and we'll keep this time kept. There'll be a bell as well for that. And after the register pitches have concluded, if we do have time, I will be seeking out impromptu pitches. So if you are you haven't registered, but you're feeling a bit brave tonight and you'd like to give it a shot, spot, send me a little private message, let me know your name and obviously business, and I may be calling you on you to do an impromptu pitch. So listen out for that. I'll let you know more about that later. Okay, so on to our first picture for tonight. We have Aarunan from Your Broker. Did I pronounce that correct?
Yeah.
Great. Let me know when you were ready and we will start the timer.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
We certainly can, and we can see you too. You look great.
Okay, great. Often I've come across people who find it hard to try and find a mortgage broker. It's often a very tedious process, and it's often a very confusing process at the same time of finding the appropriate broker for their appropriate loan. So my idea is to basically simply make that process more simpler by building a directory app which will allow people to find the appropriate broker for their appropriate needs. They simply can do this by typing the amount of money they want to borrow, along with the term of the loan and the purpose of the loan. That way it will link to a database which will give a list of brokers appropriate for their own needs and will give their credentials and experiences with appropriate mortgages. In this process, I'm looking for, my ask is basically for a technical co-founder. Because being technical is not one of my strengths, a technical co-founder would be able to help me, assist me building a product that I'll be able to hopefully get to market. So that's Your Broker, helping you find your mortgage. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I think you got it well within time. Short and sweet. Loved it. Well done. Congratulations. I'm sure we'll get that applause going. First off the bat, it's always hard in that pitching order, which I love. Okay, so, yay, there we go. I love it. Awesome. And so needed too. You had me at, the broker thing. It is a complex process. Marcus, I think you may have unmuted just before Shelin, so I'm going to let you go first, and then Shelin, you're up next.
Thank you, Aaron. Wonderful presentation. Thank you. Really crisp and to the point. Do you have an idea of your target audience?
My target audience would be regular customers of Australia, because those consumers tend to have a hard time of finding a broker. Those are my target. That would be my ideal target audience.
Great, thank you.
Shelin, over to you. Have you got any questions or feedback?
Yeah, thanks, Ronan. Great pitch. My question to you is, I guess, do you know who your immediate sort of competitors are, and how would your platform stand out or differentiate from those competitors?
Okay, so I looked this up and did some research on threats. I did a bit of SWOT analysis, and I found two competitors. One was Your Mortgage, which was a small site based in Sydney. It's not very prominent. I had asked a few people about it, but they didn't know about the site, and they don't have an app at the moment. And another site, which is called Finder.com, they're quite a big company, but what they do is basically they compare loans. They don't link you up to mortgage brokers. So basically this one is a bit of a directory site to find your appropriate mortgage broker. Like there's a company called Snapper, which allows you to find your freelance photographer. So not completely like that, but just for mortgage brokers customers to find mortgage brokers. So our nearest competitors don't really do that. They're just usually comparison sites like Finder.com or Your Mortgage, which is probably the closest one.
Thank you. Yeah, I think just from as business advisors ourselves, the banking industry is highly regulated. So I expect you'd get into quite a bit of challenges there, but yeah, no, otherwise, great pitch. Thanks.
And John, over to you.
Right, well, razor sharp definition of the problem is where I'm going. Clearly, you're talking about finding a broker. What criteria are you using, and what benefit will the user get from using your service? Is it around speed? Is it around a better broker? Is it around a better mortgage? What's the criteria you're using to define and help someone find a broker?
Mainly it's about speed. So basically speeding up that process, because usually at the moment when people go out finding a broker, they maybe do a Google search, they ask some colleagues, but if it's for the first time they're trying to find a mortgage broker, like trying to get a house or buy equipment, then for them it's very difficult. So it's mainly around speed and efficiency we would be aiming at.
Great.
And-
Johnny. Oh, sorry, go. Yep.
Oh, sorry, and a bit of information value too, because the information value is the main thing of the directory, to give information to the consumer as well.
And a follow on from that, is it a free service? Where do you see the revenue stream coming from, and who's going to be paying you any money, if anybody is?
The revenue stream, I had to think about this. So mainly I could charge brokers a fee in terms of using the service, and the benefit they would get is access to consumers, specifically their target market consumers, or ads as well would be another option.
Great. Also, well, thank you so much. If you've got questions, please pop those in the chat, and please pop your your connection details too, so people can go and connect with you and find out more about your platform as well. So please pop those in there. But thank you so much. You can sit and relax now. Well done. Well done on being our first picture. All right, over to our next picture tonight. We have Stephen McLeish. Stephen, would you like to unmute? Say hello.
I think I've unmuted. Does everyone hear me? I have a very loud voice usually.
We can hear you. You sound great. So let us know when you're ready and we'll start that timer.
Oh, hang on. I'll start my own timer because I do tend to carry on. There we go. Okay. So I have a solution to put downward pressure on child grooming. Child grooming is obviously a massively huge issue worldwide, not just in Australia. Basically, it works on analysis of language used by groomers and a selective DNS system attached to child mode in digital devices. Child mode already exists in digital devices. It's not a real big push. So basically, it blocks encrypted chat, and then you have an extension that checks the language the child is using outwardly. If it matches stuff that we've got connected, say with Argos, which is the, a leading organization in terms of eliminating child grooming, especially in Australia. They are a leader. So they'll have lots of canned language around what they always use, like, oh no, my mum's coming, that sort of stuff, which is bad. So we sort of take that sort of language and then we make an alert system that goes straight to the parents. The parents do a little bit of confirmation and then they can send a link straight to the police. And I haven't gone over. So then it can go to the police and then they can intercept, which Argos already does. But the first step's not done. So you can monetize it by charging $3 a month to any parent who can afford it. And look at that, bang on.
Thank you, Steve. There you go. You were bang on. Yay! As a mum of 4 kids, what an idea. Absolutely so needed. And yeah, can really see the value in that. Over to our judges for some feedback and questions. Who would like to go first? Looking, Shelin.
I'll go first. Stephen, that was an awesome pitch and such a great, not a great.
It is difficult language, isn't it? Because it's a tough topic to talk about. Yeah,
it is a much needed solution. So I guess I'm just so have you started building something? And
no.
if not, are you very much like, are you still in the ideation stage, and do you need that technical sort of?
So I'm quite technical, but I'm definitely not a coder. So basically, okay. What I need is someone. Well, I need either money to pay for a coder or a coder. In terms of the logic around it, the language around it, the facilitating Argos to give us the de-identified information, lobbying appropriate political parties and whatever. I can do most of that myself, but the reality is I'm just not a coder. I just can't do it. Yeah. So there is a bit of an AI element, and in terms of, obviously, we want it to get better and better over time, I'm big on machine learning. So, as the language gets pointier and pointier and pointier towards what the actual problem is. So, to get rid of those false positives. So a coder, an AI person, and I don't know, someone to make me look good in presentations. Sure.
So what's your specific ask for today?
That is a great question, and I didn't know that question was coming, to be honest. So I did see it before. I think for today, John, if you could get me Investor ready, we'll be friends forever, and I've got other ideas. I mean, that probably is it, to be honest. It's early. It literally is. I saw a problem. I'm very logical, and I get quite annoyed by that. And I'm just like, here's a solution. It's pretty easy. It actually isn't that hard. But best I know, it doesn't exist. So, you know, investor ready. I mean, you can throw cash at it if you want, but probably investor ready is the first thing. I actually did start up a GoFundMe around it just to lobby government. So when I published it, it's a published solution. I was giving it to the government. I'm like, here you go, Australian government, you can have it free. I don't care. I just get it done. But I couldn't get it done. So I'm just like, well, if I monetize it, then they just can't say no in the end, basically.
Thank you.
That's great. And you don't know who's listening in this audience, Steve. I've seen some wonderful connections happen. So you might find your co-founder in the audience today, and I'm sure they might reach out. John, you've been waiting very patiently unmuted there. You've been called on. Please come in.
Stephen, it'll be a pleasure. I'm thinking about your customer, and you mentioned Argos. I actually don't know Argos as an organization.
Right.
And I'm wondering whether your customer is really Argos or it is the consumer. Is this a B2B idea which will augment Argos, or is this a B2C thing which is separate to them?
I get you. So Argos, just so you know, is Australia's organisation basically that fights, well, lots of cyber stuff, but particularly child grooming. They are literally a world leader. I do not work for Argos, but I will pat them on the back. They are quite good. So for me, I just want information from them. So in terms of monetization, I reckon there's probably 100 million parents in the world that could afford $3 a month to protect their child from child grooming. And then if it bumps on to catch them, as in like flicks it to the police, then, you know, the government might chuck money at it too. You could probably push it towards existing antivirus solutions as well. Argos is literally government owned. It's a part of the police. So you could sell to them, but it probably wouldn't be, you're not going to be a unicorn that way, which is definitely not why I'm doing this one. This is, you know, it's a problem that it seems like there's a few solutions that could exist that just aren't being pushed just yet. So yeah, in terms of monetization, you know, $3 a month to anyone who cares commercially. You could sell it governmentally, you know, to a country. You literally could. I mean, the US has got a massive problem with it. You know, they might chuck you 20 cents per child in their country, which is nothing per month to them, but that's a lot of money to me. I imagine I have to, like, you know, donate half of it just to feel better about myself. But yeah, the monetization, I guess there's lots of avenues. I'm sort of more like building it just because I don't like the problem.
Very admirable. And Marcus, please share your comments, thoughts, feedback.
Thank you, Stephen. Now, that's the beautiful cause. Question, do you have a team that you're discussing this or that you're journeying with along the way? And the second quick question would be very quick. That is, would you be structuring with as a company or as a nonprofit or something like that?
So that's a great question. I've literally tried to give it to the Australian government, like literally for free. So I probably would structure as a profit, not so much to make profit because it's just not a great thing to profit from, but more just if I have money, then I can drive the change. In terms of team, no, it's just me at the moment. Anyway, that's hence why I'm pitching here.
We're very glad that you have come along today and pitched. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you, judges, for those questions and feedback. That's awesome. You can now take a relax. Your details, your LinkedIn details have actually already popped in the chat, but feel free to pop any other connections in there about how people can connect with you and any details of your, you know, where you'd like them to head to as well. And anyone in the audience that have got questions for Stephen, pop them in the chat as well. Thanks so much, Stephen.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. All right, on to our next picture for tonight. We have Cristobal. Would you like to unmute, Cristobal, and say hello?
Yes. There, sorry.
Hello, there you
Hello.
are.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome. It's lovely to have you here. Let us know when you're ready and we'll start our timer.
Okay, let's go. So my
Okay,
name is,
you're on.
oh, okay. My name is Cristobal Figueroa. My project is called The Grooming Experience. Through my research, I realized that currently parents are facing mainly two big problems raising their children. First, soft skills and core values are not currently taught in the traditional education system. Second, for parents, it's every time more hard to find times of meaningful connection in the daily routine. And third, internet and technology has opened a huge gap between family communications. So through the process of design thinking, I came with the solution, which is an educational board game for families with children from 7 to 12 years old. The game from family bonding, understanding emotional intelligence, and also the decision making. The game, I know the most important is like the family have fun all together, coming back to the roots. The game has been tested with amazing results. My ask basically is help to launch the game to the market. Now my plan is launch a Kickstarter campaign to raise the money to invest in the art and design of the game, manufacture in China, and marketing the game to sell it. That's it.
Incredible. Woo! I love the audience sound. So better than me making noises. Well done. Great pitch. All right, over to our judges. Questions, thoughts, feedback. Who would like to go first? What?
One.
All right.
All right. Oh,
Marcus,
I
think you beat me to it. You go.
all right, Marcus, you're up.
Thanks, Cristobal, for that great presentation. Question for me, a personal question first, and then a more business question, and that is do you have another game idea for over 12s? Because I have a 19 and 21-year-old and a 14-year-old. But just to say that you're on the right track, it's a fantastic idea, and it's such a very current problem. Well done. So my question to you then is, any idea of the concept of the game, or are you just holding that?
No, the game, I already have the game. It's here.
Okay.
Like, if you want, I can send it to you. You can test it with your children. There is the board. Why 7 to 12 years old? Because in that age, they are pre-adolescents, so they listen to you, and also in that age, they are forming while they are in adult life. So the game the game is not about who wins, it's about like prompt conversations, like open spaces of conversation that doesn't happen. And that is currently happening in the game, which for me is the most important part of the game. For the next games, I want to do more stuff. But the reason that I start with a board game, because it's simple. Like for my next project, I want to make children fail by your side, by the side of the parents. But I need more technology, more resources. That's why my idea was like this, and then I came to the board game.
Yeah, fantastic. Really good to know that you've gone through a bit of a quality process before you've done that too. So well done. Thank you.
Thanks.
Great question, Marcus. And FYI, I've got two 10-year-old identical twin girls who are about to turn 11. They're not listening to me, so.
Maybe
anyway.
I can send it to you, the game to you, Karen.
Great. Yeah. I've got a whole party of them we can demo it for. Shelin, over to you for some feedback.
Cristobal, great pitch, and I love the idea. And I'm just having a look at the game on your website as well. I guess, and yeah, I think it's really important. What's the feedbacks? What sort of feedback have you sort of received from like paying customers? And I guess I don't know whether do you have enough data to maybe tell us about the traction in terms of sales today?
No, I haven't sold the game yet because I'm in the final phase of testing the game.
Okay.
I know the parents are willing to pay. I thought in the beginning, like the RRP, like $100. Parents are willing to pay that, but now I'm getting. If I want to launch the Kickstarter campaign, will be too expensive, so probably $50. Something that the feedback of the parents, and something that I really like, that everyone likes different part of the game. Like for example, children likes the activities because the game you are moving, you are using the house as a part of the experience. Then the father like the mathematical of the game, how do you take decision and the rationality. And mothers like the part of the emotions, the part of the who make the task, who take the trash, like the conversation that prompts that activities. And yeah, for me, it's something that for me, the most important it is kind of the mathematics or the logic behind develop that.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Great, I'm loving it more and more. John, over to you for final feedback and questions.
Cristobal, thank you for that. It looks like it's a board game, which is a physical thing.
Yes.
So it's not a tech solution. It's not a tech game. It's a board game, which is fantastic.
Coming back to the roots.
Starting with the Kickstarter is a great option. Have you thought about what your route to market will be once you've hopefully successfully concluded the Kickstarter? Because this is quite a crowded marketplace from a distribution point of view.
I know.
How are you intending to get to your customers?
Well, first, then is there. That's part where I need help, like the connection, the people to tell me, okay, go and speak with that person specifically. I know for me it will be amazing go to like a huge retail and hopefully sell the game over there. But for the start, I will start like through marketing and also selling the game through my website. Then hopefully I can go to the games stores, and then hopefully to go into the I forgot the name, like Woolworths or something like that. I believe that I can get in Bunnings, because in Bunnings the parents go there to buy tools, and then they will see the game. Oh, this develop emotional intelligence, why not? And then they put it inside the bag. That's the part. I think I know the game is going to be a success because I have been tested. I know the Kickstarter, the part of the testimonial of the Kickstarter will be something really important, like the scientific, like the educational profile of the person talking about it, like the psychologist, the teacher, people talking about the importance of the game. And in the other hand, like the families, the experience of the family, and also me as an entrepreneur saying that this is the first part, and my picture is way more bigger than this. So yeah, that point actually where you say, John, is the most important part. Like, how do I put it in the market? And as you know, I'm not from here, so and that's the point that I need more help. More. I want more questions.
More help. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Challenge has been thrown out there to everyone watching the call. Well done, Cristobal. Awesome pitch. You can sit and relax now. And thank you so much. So over to our next picture, we have Tyler. Tyler, would you like to unmute? And let's see you. There you are. Hello. How are you?
Oh.
Yes. Hello. Good. We can hear you. So let us know when you're ready, and we will start our timer.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Off you go.
Hello. So I work in the horse racing industry. So the horse racing industry is essentially the entertainment industry. So it's a massive industry, obviously across Australia and internationally. And essentially people, whether it be owners, racing fans, they invest money in the industry to be entertained. So my idea is to be a pillar for new and existing horse racing participants and enable racing businesses to monetize their information and access in a way they haven't been able to before. Sell it and package it to racing fans in a way that's easily accessible to them, and help it connect and attract new people into the industry via ownership, information, participation, social events and attendance at race meetings by the easy accessible, by making this content easily accessible, whether that be by utilising new technology or other means as well. But the back mission of what I'm looking to do is to make horse welfare the focus, and try and make the money that we can raise or some of the money that's transferred over the platform, make that traceable and trackable to put forward towards the future of the horse after it finishes its racing career.
Thank you so much, Tyler.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say what I'm after as well. Sorry.
There you go.
I'm trying to get access to people with good business development skills and tech development skills if possible.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, we get 2 rounds of applause. There you go. Well done. John, you were quick to unmute then. Please start us off with our judging feedback.
Right. Excellent, Tyler. Help me out with be very specific with what problem you're trying to solve, because I get horse welfare. I get the whole generic concept of the idea, but specifically, who are you trying to help and what problem are you trying to solve for them? Be very specific if you can.
Essentially, what I was trying to do is enable racing businesses to cash flow or generate a cash flow that currently doesn't exist by enabling them to package and sell access and information that they generate through their business to racing fans as an entertainment product. The racing welfare side of it is the overall mission, and it's obviously a pain point that goes across the entire industry. And I think the traceability of the money that's donated or given to that side of the industry and what needs to be done there, I think is very important.
So you're trying to link the horse operators in the industry to a fan base to monetize the fan base directly to them. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, John. Marcus or Shelin, have you got any questions or queries, feedback? Shelin, I might throw to you.
Yeah, sure. Great pitch, Tyler. I think I was sort of struggling to understand the pitch or maybe the ask as well. So I think John's question sort of answered that for me. But it sounds like you're in very sort of early ideation stages. So yeah, which is what the community is for and what this pitch nights are for. So yeah, good luck on really expanding and working on that to solve that problem. But great pitch. Thanks.
Thanks, Shelin. And Marcus, over to you.
Yeah, appreciate the other judges' questions. I might ask a similar question, but in a different way, perhaps. What's the product or the service, and who's paying for it?
I'd like to make a platform that enables people to transfer ownership, data, the access or tickets to race meetings, the entertainment of what people are looking to achieve. So whether it be a racing club access, membership, whatever it is, to enable people to sell that and transfer that globally easily. And then with each transaction, I'd like to take a clip of that and put it towards racing welfare and use new technology to be able to, whether it be blockchain or whatever it might be, to track that money and enable the start to finish when it comes to the spending of that money to be traceable and make sure it's going to the right spot and make sure the horses are looked after their racing career.
Great, thank you.
Now, one of the main problems is obviously that Racing Victoria and Racing Australia are doing a massive effort doing this already. So I want to try and add to that. I'm not here to try and say that they're doing a bad job. I think they're doing a fantastic job, and I think that the more money you can put to that and put it in the right spot, I think is very important. So it's a very tough sort of pain point, but it's something that's obviously been addressed quite well by the industry. And I think if I can add to that by enabling more money to go to it and show where it's going to, I think would be beneficial.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tyler. And you're getting some messages in there. People asking you to hit you up and need to chat. So there you go. This is why I absolutely love these virtual pitch nights, because the connections that happen on the chat are sometimes, just absolutely life-changing for these startups. And you never know who's in the audience, who's listening, and who you can be in front of in those things. So make sure you respond back. Tyler, pop any details as well in the chat, so how people can connect with you as well. You can now relax and take a breath, and we're going on to our next picture. Thanks, Tyler. Great, thank you. All right, Nikki, Cali, are you there? Would you like to come up and pitch again? Oh, it's so nice to see you again, a regular. We've seen you a couple of times before. Say hello, make sure your sound's working.
Can you hear me?
I certainly can, Nikki.
Major storms happening over us, so hopefully I don't get switched off.
Okay, I will say this: we've just had that pass just before it started, and it seems like Armageddon for about 15 minutes, and then you'll be fine. So anyway, let's get you done before something happens. Cool. We'll start the clock when you're ready. Thanks, Nikki.
Okay, I'll start. The e-learning and membership market is booming online, especially after COVID hit us. It's forecasted that this market will hit around $370 billion by 2026. So, of course, everyone wants a piece of that market. But the fact is, many are being left behind because they either don't know how or where to start when it comes to creating an online knowledge-based business. There's the tech stress, there's even limited features due to expensive subscriptions, and they all become a barrier to accessing online opportunities. I'm Nikki Cali from WISDOME, and I've run my own successful business, including a membership, since 2007. I've evolved into a solutions engineer and become very passionate about how we learn. After sharing my stresses with setting up my membership business with fellow membership owners and course creators, I discovered that the stress in sewing together tech with plugins or multiple subscriptions just to build a simple online content delivery system, it just caused issues and stress on too many people that they almost gave up in the end. The issues that were huge, though, we found was the end user experience with some of the platforms that are currently out there. So over the past 2 years, I've validated and moved into developing a platform to support knowledge-based business owners and taken into consideration the UX and UI and the CX playing a big part by creating WISDOME. WISDOME is a B2B and onto a B2C white labeled solution for content creators to share content and engage with their users under one roof with one subscription. We offer features including libraries, courses, challenges, and events. And our point of difference is we charge subscription only on data usage. My ask is to gain more mentoring and network connections.
Oh, hooray! Well done, Nikki, and it's so great to have you back. I love hearing all about what you do. It's just incredible. So judges, I'm sure we've got lots of questions and some feedback. Who would like to go first? John, over to you.
I'm happy to go first. And I actually personally, and as part of Melbourne Angels, have invested in at least 2 ed tech-based businesses. And it is a challenge. You've clearly pivoted, I suspect, into supporting other ed tech solutions with back-end solutions. Why is that a need or a specific challenge for most of them?
A lot of companies who are starting memberships or courses or even coaches and so forth, a lot of those people sharing their knowledge, they don't come necessarily from a background in tech. So when they're doing a lot of research just to look for other platforms, which there are a lot of platforms out there, and one in particular is Kajabi or Mighty Networks and so forth, they're very expensive just to utilize their features. So I'm sort of throwing it on its back a little bit by saying, I'm not going to charge you just for using the features. I'm actually just going to charge you for the data usage, because charging for the features isn't going to cost me a lot of money. The development of it is, and we're covering ourselves on that. And I'm currently in the SBE Accelerator program, and we're going through that whole process of, cutting, making sure everything's all correct in that outline of where our costs come in and go. But our point of difference had to be just easy access for these companies who just want to start sharing their wisdom. So, yeah.
Thanks, Nikki. Marcus, over to you.
Thank you, Nikki. That's fantastic. I think definitely a huge need for LMS and content management things out there. Two questions. Can I cheat and ask 2 questions, Karen? Thank you. I'll give Shelin a chance to think. Platform, have you developed, how far have you gone in development of your platform? And question 2, what's your biggest challenge right now in the kind of coaching that you need?
We've gained a lot of traction with, almost about 4,000 followers, and we're almost ready to release our MVP to beta test within the next fortnight. So it's scary. So we've been developing it over about 2 years. And what was the second question? Sorry.
What would be the challenge that you need mentoring coaching in?
Yeah. So for coaches, or you're saying the challenge?
Your entrepreneurship journey. What's your biggest challenge right now?
Our biggest challenge, we're bootstrapping this. So stretching every cent I have to get to this point has been a challenge, but I love those challenges. I'm very frugal. So yeah, just making sure that, we've stretched it out, where I've built a team. That was a challenging part, to get the right team with a project manager, content girl, social media, all that sort of stuff. So that has been a challenge, but we've actually got there. I've had my girls now for over 6 months, and yeah, we've been able to achieve a lot in that time. So yeah.
Thank you. Awesome.
Can be the greatest challenge, Nikki. That's so good to hear. Goodness me. Shelin, did you have any final comments or feedback for Nikki?
No, not really. I think, by the way, Mark, it's Shelin with an E. But Nikki, that's okay. Nikki, I think this is a really brave thing that you're doing, trying to take on these much bigger platforms. So I would love to see an Australian solution, like you said, and go female tech founders. So yeah, good luck on your launch. Don't really have any questions for you, but good luck. Yeah.
Thank you, Shelin.
Oh, I love it. Well, congratulations, Nikki. Thank you coming back again and pitching. And that's a reminder for anyone that's sitting in the audience that perhaps has pitched before but wants to come back. You can come back. We love it when you come back. You know, we do have this as a safe place where you can come and get some great feedback, constructive feedback, but be comfortable and pitch and have all that kind of warmth and support around you. So, you know, we welcome you to come back and pitch again. Now, that's all our registered pitches done. So, David, I might throw to you why people, and I'm going to throw a challenge out to those that are listening. If anyone would like to do an impromptu pitch, we've probably got space for maybe one more. So if you would like to do an impromptu pitch tonight, I know it's a lot of pressure, but can I tell you this, as someone who's done the 90-second pitch and has pitched multiple times, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I would really encourage you that if you've sort of not been brave enough to do it, get out there and do it. And tonight might be your night. So please send me a message in the chat and let me know if you'd like to do that. Just let me know what your business name is and I'll call on you. And David, while I'm giving everybody an opportunity to do that, would you like to do any announcements of any sort of events that we've got coming up or any kind of other announcements while people are thinking before we do the breakout rooms?
Yes, sure. But I see that Eli is back here, but I got a message from them that they are driving. So I don't sure if they're ready to pitch. And Sebastian, you've registered the pitch. Are you ready to pitch? While you make that decision, thank you very much again for everyone joining in. Great pitches again. I will definitely reach out to some of you personally to see how we can help you from a Silicon Beach community side with tech development, probably, or collaborations. Also would like to put a shout out there. We are still working on making Silicon Beach a financially viable business, and we're getting closer to that. But we could need some help with social media marketing and content creation for the website and for newsletters. So if you would be interested in contributing to Silicon Beach, volunteering some of your time to a great community, which we will transform into Australia's #1 startup community, then please hit me up. I will put my LinkedIn details and my email into the chat. And yeah, please feel free to reach out and have a chat with me. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, David. And actually, why don't you give a little bit of a plug? I've just messaged Sebastian to see if he would like to pitch because he was on the registered pitches. But about your clubhouse, you've got some really great clubhouse rooms.
We do, and
hey everyone.
Sebastian. Oh, hi, Sebastian. Are you going to pitch tonight?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm in the shopping center, so I'm just listening. And good to see you, Karen. David.
Good to see you, Sebastian, as always. Yeah. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, same here. So it's a fair bit of background noise here, so I'll keep myself muted.
All right, then. Well, hopefully you will come back in now. 2022, we'd love to hear you pitch, Sebastian. So, David, no one else says, let me know what to do. Yep, okay, Eli's sending you some messages. He's not pitching today. So, David, before we might get the breakout rooms going, oh, yeah, Shelin.
I might do it. I don't know if it's a pitch or a plug, but we've just recently, CFO Worx has recently partnered with Tandem Canada. So we're doing a lot of work in terms of working, sort of helping startups and businesses with their cross-border trade and relations across New Zealand and Canada as well. So it's something that we're going to be announcing later in the month, but I just wanted to let the community know that if anyone's sort of working on either from New Zealand to Australia to Canada and vice versa, yeah, would love to have a chat. So,
oh,
yeah.
Fantastic. I think that deserves a round of applause. Very exciting to hear. Love it. Now, we have had someone come in and say they're doing an impromptu pitch. So, Jit, over to you. Would you like to unmute and say hello, and we can do your 90-second pitch?
Sure. Hi there. My name is Jit. Is the timer start or?
You sure can. Time starts now. Did you want to put your video on, or are you just doing audio?
Audio is better because my network is not that great.
Okay.
Okay. Am I audible to you, right?
Yes, all good.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. So basically, my startup name is Thirst, and this is the marketplace where, basically it's a service-seeking marketplace. Basically where you put your request for the services and which connect to the tradies. Just like if currently we have service seeking and high page, but we are not just stopping there by just connecting with the tradies. We go, a few steps further. We monitor the entire flow from start to end. Okay, like from connecting the tradies and at the, how they are delivering the services. That's the first one. Second differentiator, what we have is we hold the money, like, so that there is assurance for the tradie that, because that is missing with the current platform, what we got. So we hold the money from the customer and we make sure that tradie deliver what they promise. And third one is that at the same time, we're also providing financial help to the tradies, just like a afterpay kind of thing. So that is feature we provide to the tradies. So that's what we got.
Fantastic. Do you have an ask? Have you got something that you could need from the community, or have you got an ask at all?
So currently it's like we are building MVP, and we are currently it's a bootstrapping, but very soon we're gonna go in the seed funding as well. Yeah, and we are looking for the mentor as well. So yeah, that is a bigger thing we are looking.
Fantastic, Jit. Well, thank you, and very brave of you to do an impromptu speech. So well done.
Thanks.
Congratulations, because it's always can be quite nerve-wracking.
I know.
Can you spell the name of your business too and provide those details?
Sure. In the message, do you want me to answer? Or?
Yes, or you can just
Yeah, sure. I will. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Marcus, I see you've unmuted. Have you got a question?
Thank you, G. That was great. Excellent. People always want some aggregation there in different areas in the trades. Have you thought about your competition? Have you looked at what some of the other localized competitors are doing and how you navigating through that?
So currently, as I said, we got a few competitors like service seeking and high page, but as I said, they are just connecting customer and the tradies. They don't go beyond that. And that's the missing thing, with the current service provider and the customer. A lot of time, there is always there are dodgy player in the market and they don't get the service what they should be, and that's where we come in. So we assurance them that, okay, when you use our platform, there's a guarantee that we monitor start to end, and once you are comfortable, then only the money will given to the tradie. So that's guarantee we provide, which is currently missing, and that's a big gap.
Thank you. Great answer. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Marcus. John, over to you.
Jit, two-sided marketplaces are notoriously difficult to get up.
It is.
And they're notoriously difficult principally because it's very expensive to attract both sides of the marketplace. Are you clear which side is your customer, or are you playing the true marketplace game?
As you said, it's a two-sided marketplace and it is challenging. So what we decided is to show benefit to both the side. Otherwise it's like it's hard. Like if you have a customer, if you don't have tradies, then there is no point having customer, and vice versa. So the benefit, as I said, for the customer is that we're going to monitor from the start to end. That's the benefit and assurance that, okay, once you request for any service, there is a guarantee that they will deliver what they promise. That's the benefit for customer. On the other hand, for the tradie is that we are helping them financially. So as soon as they take a job, we are there to give you financial help. And obviously, as I said, it's like a short-term help for that particular job, so that there is some kind of assurances there as well. Yeah, that's me.
Great, thanks, John. And as someone who's building not one but two-sided marketplaces, they're the best fun too. They're the best ones to build. They're the most fun. They're the greatest challenges. So there you go. I love it. Shelin, did you have any comments for Jit?
Just we work with quite a few trade businesses. So I think it'll be interesting. And like John said as well, two-sided marketplaces or platforms are always challenging, and you need to know who are your users and who are your paying customers. And I just think if you haven't already done it, I mean, before you get to that MVP and raise that seed round, I would really do some good testing around the tradies, getting tradies to get involved, or just validating that they also see this platform as something that they need, especially given the current market where tradies are essentially very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're very sought after. So
yeah, Shelin,
Yeah.
I completely agree. They are super busy. We call like, I think 300 tradies, and out of that, I think only 100 are, showed interest because they are super busy. So it's like, yeah, I agree. That's true. But on the other side, when we talk to the customer, and there are a lot of customer who has issue with the current platform, and they are saying like, when there is an issue, the platform is not ready to entertain there, or they're not ready to hear, because their job is just to connect the customer and trade. That's it. They stop there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jit.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Jit. And don't be afraid to do a three-sided marketplace. You might want to think about what businesses can support the tradies in order to be able to answer the calls for the consumers and the clients. So there you go. Anyway, what's there? Love it. Well, thank you so much, Jit. I've sent you a couple of messages, but please put your business details in there.
Sure.
Thank you. You can rest and relax.
Thanks.
And I'm going to invite one other impromptu picture to come up. Simon from IOtology. Did I say that right? I probably didn't.
You did actually. Well done.
Oh, I did.
A lot of people are like what?
IOtology. There you go.
Yes.
Did it. Smashed it. Let us know when you're ready, and we'll start the timer.
Right, let's go.
All right, off you go.
G'day, I'm Simon from IOtology, and we've spent a number of years working with smart on-site solutions to do with car parking, to do with vending, water vending, and digital signage access control. Through that, we've discovered that, one of the problems we constantly encounter is understanding what's going on at the particular site, and being able to do something about it. So I've worked with PCs, with PLCs, things like that. And often the best solution is just to power cycle the device. So I've been building platforms and devices that monitor environments, more specifically enclosures, to get temperatures, fan speeds, run fans, run LEDs, and also be able to power cycle. And a few other features are current monitoring, monitoring if there's been a collision or something like that. This is targeted not at consumers, it's targeted at specific businesses. And the current target at the moment, I'm doing a lot of work with digital signage, digital media companies who have kiosks in shopping centres and things like that. I'm working with clients, some of the smaller ones on the fringe at the moment, looking to go and advance to the larger ones with a product. My ask is some mentoring in the commercial aspects of my arrangements, so I can present myself better to these companies and get better taking care of IOtology.
Yay, congratulations. Thank you, Simon. As I said to Jit, it's no, I mean, people really prepare for these, and you've got up and you've done it. So congratulations and well done on pitching the business. Awesome stuff. So judges, some quick feedback for Simon. Any questions, queries, feedback from John? Over to you.
I'm going to go on the customer again. Business to business, that's excellent. Digital signage companies. So be specific, if you could, with who you think your best target customer is and what their problem is you're trying to solve.
So there's companies that operate digital signage networks. The largest ones you may have heard of are Ohm Media, JC&Co. And then there's a lot of others. There's a lot of that are run throughout shopping centres that you'll see, VMO, things like that. I've worked with a number of these customers so that they can ensure that their signage is operating, because if their signage isn't operating, they're not making money. So they're increasing their reliability. So what's going on with the device, and if something goes wrong, first call of action, let's get it running again. Can we power cycle some things? And then we'll send a tech out to find out what happened.
Great question. Marcus, over to you.
That's really well explained, Simon. Thank you. How is the market currently being addressed? The market need, the problem?
There's one company, Design to Production, who has a monitoring solution, and that solution goes through the media PC, and they have tens of thousands of devices around the world, but they can't do anything about it. So they can send a tech out because something's gone wrong, and if the media PC goes down, then you can't communicate with their device. That's basically the only thing that's out there. A lot of them have their own monitoring solutions. So my hardware and communication up to the cloud, I've got my own platform, but I will generally have to integrate into other people's platforms because they've got their own monitoring systems. They've got their own network op centers, and they're dealing with thousands of devices at a time.
Great, thank you. Great response, Tom.
And Shelin, did you have any final comments? The final judging comment for the night,
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. Simon, I'm just interested to sort of understand what stage your startup's at, and it, like, what does your team look like? Is it yourself and a couple of others? What does that all look like?
So the team is, I have a number of developers, and during COVID, some people got split up around the world. I actually am rebuilding the business after having a failed commercial arrangement with another person. And because of that failure, other people have, the digital signage companies have come to me asking for solutions because they feel more comfortable working with me and my team rather than the person I was dealing with, who was kind of trying to get into the industry and take over some of the share from basically people within that industry. I have devices, I have communication, built the communication between device and cloud. I'm redoing it for a customer who wants it on AWS, and bespoke hardware for their specific solution. And it's something that's very amenable to take to other people who I know have requested it. And I just want to rebuild this solution and then take it to these other customers.
Awesome. Really quick, and sorry, Karen, I need that one comment or question. What did you have? I might have missed it, but did you have a specific ask?
Mentoring in terms of the commercial aspects of my arrangements in when I'm discussing with these companies, to make sure I'm not doing myself disservice.
Awesome, great, thank you.
I think David Heasley, who's one of our community partners from Heasley Lawyers, and he's also part of Legally Yours, one of our network members, he'd actually be great for you to chat with, Simon. So I might actually pop his details in the chat. So yeah, he might be great for you to chat with as well. Well, thank you, Simon. That concludes the pitches to tonight. It goes so quickly and so fast. Congratulations to everyone that pitched tonight. Just really great to get out there, as I say, practicing your pitch, having that confidence to try and articulate your business down to 90 seconds is such an incredibly difficult task. So the fact that you've got up and done it, you should all be extremely proud of yourselves. And obviously, you know, anyone in the audience that was sort of thinking or hoping to pitch, 2022 is your time to shine. Sometimes getting your business idea out there and being able to share it in a community such as the Silicon Beach Australia, you just never know who's in the audience, what the judges might hear, what prize you might get that might actually take your business to a whole other level. So love it. Now, David, how are we going with breakout rooms? So we're going to do a little bit of speed breakout networking stuff by the judges, and David and I head into a room to do some contemplation of prize allocation. Okay, breakout rooms ready. So everybody, we'll see you back in about 10 minutes or so, or just over 10 minutes. So enjoy chatting with each other, and we'll see you all back here soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hello. I hope you had a good time. David was trying to get everyone to give some thumbs up and see how they all went in your, your breakout rooms. But that's really good. All right. So we are going to announce our winners for tonight. But just to let everybody know, you're all winners because you all got up and pitched. So no matter if you get a prize or not, you know, you're all winners in your book. And please come back and keep connecting with us. So Shelin, I'm going to throw to you first to announce remind us of your prize and then the lucky prize winner, please.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Karen. So our prize is an hour workshop of going through the lean canvas model and the different components in that, and really sort of getting you, taking you through, I guess, steps on how to reach your next goal. Our prize is being awarded today to Cristobal. Sorry, geez. Congratulations. I love the idea, and we, you know, don't have kids yet, but we've been talking about that, and I really, one of my worst fears is that, yeah, kids are just gonna, I don't know, the communication and just, I think, not being able to relate things to them. So I think your board game's gonna be a game changer.
Thank you. And also with everything that's going, like the metaverse, it is scary for all of us. I don't have children also, but I think we need to take a step back and coming back to the roots and like enjoying all of it all together. Like something that I get my research. Thank you, David, for your face. David know me like 2 years ago when I just had the idea and I was starting. But like family, they really feel that they have quality time when they go to in holidays. And also they feel like that Netflix is quality time, and it's not quality time. Like they need to go back and sit at the table and enjoy. So thank you for the prize.
Oh, I love that, Cristobal. Well, I have email connected you up with Shelin, so please look out for that email and Shelin will contact you directly. So just for all the prize winners, just note that you will look out for an email and I'll be connecting you through, which is wonderful. And don't be too shy about having kids. I just winged it and I think mine are okay. I've had them around. I've kept them alive, my oldest one, for nearly 15 years. I think it's all good. John, over to you to please remind us of the prize and let us know who your lucky prize winner is.
Well, as you may recall, I'm a member of the Melbourne Angels, and I'm normally the MC of Melbourne Angels, and I'm on the screening committee, so I help screen many pitches. We agreed to provide a one-on-one coaching session leading up to getting investor ready, and Simon is the winner of the prize, and I will happily, with a colleague of mine, help him with his plans to sort out his commercial arrangements on a first step basis. So I look forward to that, Simon, and thanks for putting your hand up to pitch at the last minute.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Oh, incredible. And that's Simon from IOtology, because I know how to say it. So there you go. Well done. Incredible. So look out for that email, Simon, with John. And yeah, please come back again, and it would be great to hear you pitch after those sessions. Love it. Thanks so much, Simon. And last but certainly not least, Marcus, please unmute, tell us the Uncommon Collective Prize and who your lucky prize winner is.
Thank you, Karen. Uncommon Collective, as you know, as we have heard before, we're passionate about helping founders address and tackle some of their biggest challenges on their journey. We have a number of very highly specialized people who are on our team who are experienced entrepreneurs, and they will give back to the new world of entrepreneurship, the new ecosystem that's emerging. So the prize we had offered was 2 1-hour coaching mentoring sessions on how to handle or tackle your biggest current challenge. And we can match that challenge with a person who has expertise in the particular industry, as well as what your challenge might be. A number of people were very interesting, and I looked at it. It was really hard to decide. There was about 3 or 4 that we thought was very good, but we'll just zone in on one that we think we might be able to help you. and that is Nikki in the tech sector. And so congratulations, Nikki. And
Nikki.
Nikki, you got the golden touch. I think you'll win the whole time, don't you? Sorry,
Thank you very much, Marcus. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Sorry, Marcus, I cut you off. Did you want to say something to Nikki? Sorry.
No, well done, Nikki. Congratulations. Love your passion, love what you're doing, and keep up the good work, and hope we can help you a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marcus. Thank you.
Incredible. Congratulations, Nikki. Well, that is a wrap. We're 2 minutes late, which David knows I'm so stringent on this closing up time. So we are closing off tonight's session. David, I'm going to throw to you just for any final thank yous and announcements. Otherwise, everyone have a great Christmas. I can't even believe it's coming out of my mouth because I can't believe Christmas is, we've now hit over to the 2nd of December. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy Christmas and a wonderful new year and a break over, well-deserved break over, you know, December, January, whatever you're doing. Merry Christmas from me. All right, David, over to you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you to all the pitchers. Thank you to the awesome judges. Great event once more. Last pitch night of the year. The next one will be in February. Everyone is traveling in January, so bear with us. We have a lot of new events coming up for next year. We have exciting plans. There's one more event this year. Next week, we're supporting the Uprising program in New South Wales, where high school students are bringing their designs to life and connecting with industry partners. So we're very proud to be supporting them over there. And yeah, don't forget to follow Propel Innovation and talk to Junie for all your UX UI challenges. She's doing great work over there. All the links are in the chat, and we will share them in the follow-up email as well. Thank you again so much, and that's it from me. Have a beautiful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thanks, David. Thank you for all the hard work that you do for the Silicon Beach Australia too. Kudos to you. Well done. Bye, everybody. Bye.